Hi everyone, I'm retired meteorologist and YouTuber Pat Prokop, and today is Thursday, January 9th. And the big news today is in the weather. A lot of weather activity, winter storm warnings in effect for a large portion of the southern United States into the Tennessee Ohio River Valley for tonight and tomorrow going into early Saturday. First of all, let's take a look at the advisory maps. And as you can see, a lot of winter storm watches and warnings in effect. The pink area here, those are areas under winter storm warnings where they're anticipating moderate to heavy snow, freezing rain, and sleet. And in the watch areas, again, winter storm watches, the conditions are possible. The winter conditions will be developing in those areas as well. But let's zoom in on this region right here into the southeast United States, looking across the northern half of Alabama, northwest Georgia, northeast Georgia, into the northwest half of South Carolina, and going into North Carolina. Winter storm warnings in effect for the greater Atlanta area. With this system, they're anticipating 3 to 5 inches of rain or of snow falling across that area with some freezing rain and some sleet. And the winter storm watch goes all the way down into in and around the Macon area back toward Columbus and to just south of Augusta. But for the greater southeast area of Savannah, Statesboro, Hinesville, Hilton Head Island, Bluffton, it is just going to be a cold, or even not even a cold rain, but just rain for our area with the system passing on in. Now let's take a look at the satellite imagery. It has some interesting features on here. And there's the storm brewing over in the middle and southern portion of the country, but also over here, I want to show you this region over here in the southwest United States. And let's wait for this to refresh itself. That is the massive fire burning in and around the Los Angeles area. You can see the plume of smoke, and it is extremely dense. That fire is extremely hot, and you can see by the fact that the satellite imagery is picking up this plume of smoke associated with that fire. Our prayers are out for those people. Meanwhile, looking at conditions across our area, the maps themselves, the global forecast system, the United States model, indicates that the storm is beginning to brew over here in the western Gulf of Mexico, Texas, into Oklahoma. Already snow and freezing rain falling across portions of that area, putting it into motion. You can see how the storm extends further northward over time with the low pressure system ramping up and moving across out of the northern Gulf of Mexico into southern portions of the Mississippi River Valley with a band of freezing rain and sleet stretching across northern Georgia into northwest South Carolina, with all the precipitation basically north of Interstate 16 at this time. And this is for 1 o'clock Friday afternoon. And going into the forecast hours, it's all rain as warmer air starts flowing back into the southeast United States, into Georgia and South Carolina. The snow in the Atlanta area will start turning over into a rain or a slushy type conditions for the Atlanta metropolitan area. And then the snow extends all the way up into the Great Lakes states, into eastern Great Lakes states, Michigan, back into the western New York and into Ohio, and portions of Pennsylvania, all West Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, and so forth over in those areas. Let's take a look, a closer view of the models, and this is with the RGEM, also known as the Regional Global Environmental Multiscale Model. That's why we just call it the RGEM. Anyway, it's based on the Canadian model, and it is showing a band of moderate freezing rain and sleet stretching across the central portions of Georgia with the snow in the northern portions of Georgia, and a band of showers, even possibly some thunderstorms across the southern Mississippi River Valley. And then you have over here a band of moderate to heavy snow over in the Ozarks, coming out of Arkansas into western Tennessee and western Kentucky. And this is for 10 o'clock on Friday morning. So 10 o'clock Friday morning. And then as we advance in time, as you notice, the day progresses, the temperature warms up a little bit, and the rain snow line goes further northward with rain now beginning to fall in the Atlanta area. Still nothing going on in the greater Savannah, Statesboro, Brunswick, Hilton Head area at this time. Just cloudy skies, maybe some very light rain at times, but temperatures will be warming into the 50s during this stage of the game. And then as we go into sunset on Friday, still some moderate to heavy rain and freezing rain across a large portion of South Carolina, stretching into extreme southern North Carolina with snow in the Charlotte area, Charlotte area, and could be moderate to heavy snow out in that region there. And then as we progress into time, still nothing really going on in the greater Savannah area yet, but then we're starting to see the chances for rain starting to increase by 11 o'clock on, or 10 o'clock on Friday night, and then going into overnight Friday into Saturday morning. Yeah, we're going to get some rain, maybe a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch, looks like a quarter of an inch at best for our area. And it'll be just rain as temperatures remain in the 40s throughout the nighttime hours and then warming into the 50s on Saturday. We're going to take a look at that in just a moment. Looking at the expected potential snowfall across the southeast United States, first of all, and the south central United States with this storm. I broke it down into regions, and there you can see some moderate to heavy snow across the northeast portions of Texas into southeast Oklahoma, into a large portion of Arkansas and northern portions of Alabama, and going into further to the north, over into the Ohio River Valley and the Tennessee Valley. There you can see that swath of moderate to heavy snow. This is ending as of, actually, we want to go a little bit further than this, don't we? This was as of Saturday morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. So ending at Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning, there you have the amount of snow fall that has expected to have fallen already across northern Alabama, northwest, or northern Mississippi, northwest Alabama. And in the Atlanta metropolitan area, you can see some 3 to 5 inches of snow possible across the Atlanta metroplex. Further south, lesser amounts of snow. But some of this is going to be sleet and freezing rain. All right. Let's look at the next area. That's right here in the southeast. There you can see most of the snow and freezing rain is well north of the greater Savannah area and basically north of the fall line. And that's expected to have the winter conditions out there, hence the winter storm warnings in effect for that area. All right. Looking at temperatures for tonight, expect another cold one. Last night I dropped down to 28 degrees here in the Heavenly Backyard Garden. This morning it was 27 degrees, so it was 1 degree colder. And tonight it looks like it's going to be a couple degrees warmer, but still below freezing. So another hard freeze expected for tonight across all of our region in the southeast Georgia, southern South Carolina. And then as we look at the conditions for tomorrow afternoon, Friday afternoon, we're going to be warming up into the, middle to upper 30s across the inland areas of our region and in the coastal areas of Georgia and South Carolina. It should warm into the low to middle 40s, and that'll just produce any rain that would fall. But it looks like the rain's going to be holding off until tomorrow night into early Saturday morning. But look at the Atlanta area, only about 30 degrees for the high. Newman, Macon, 32 degrees. Augusta, 31. So, yeah, it's going to be cold out here. So any precipitation that falls in that area is going to be obviously in the form of frozen precipitation, whether it be freezing rain, sleet, or snow. And looking ahead for the overnight lows on Saturday, actually, this is the maximum temperatures for Saturday. Expecting Saturday to warm up into the middle 50s. Here in the Savannah area, near 50 around Statesboro, warming up to the middle 30s on the Atlanta metropolitan area. This is for Saturday afternoon. And so all this precipitation here now will be in the form of liquid rain. So by Saturday afternoon. All right, let's move along and look at the conditions for Saturday night. Clearing skies, temperatures drop once again down into the middle 20s inland to the lower 30s along the coast. Freezing temperatures once again on Hilton Head Island, perhaps even on St. Simon's Island. Expect to see freezing temperatures. And then as we go into Sunday night, Monday morning, a touch warmer, but still cold in the low 30s to upper 20s across most areas, perhaps middle 30s along the immediate coast. And then as we go into Monday night, Tuesday morning, a touch warmer yet, but still right around the freezing in the coastal areas and slightly below freezing inland. And then as we go into Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, expect to see the temperatures a little bit colder. Once again, another surge of cold air starts flowing into the region. Middle 20s inland to the lower 30s in the coastal areas, right around the freezing mark again on the islands. All right, let's take a look at the long-range weather forecast on my website, savannahpat.name. And here I have all my weather information there. You can find my videos as well. And also, if you just click on the weather and garden video page right there, you can see what's going on with my channel with the videos if you haven't found them elsewhere. Anyway, expect to see cloudy skies developing tomorrow on Friday. High 57 degrees. Okay, 56 on Saturday for the high. Only in the lower 40s Friday night, Saturday morning, but then Saturday late in the day and at night, the sky will be clearing out, and then at night, temperatures dropping once again, as we saw on the forecast maps, into the upper 20s, and then fair to partly cloudy Sunday and Monday with temperatures in the 50s for the high and in the low to middle 30s for the low in the coastal areas, a little colder inland. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, more sunny weather conditions and continued cold. So when will this cold weather end? Well, not for a while. This is January, and it's a cold one this year. Normal high is in the upper 50s, lower 60s. Normal low is in the upper 30s and lower 40s, coast versus inland. Anyway, we're going to be below normal for the rest of this week into next week and the following week, all the way through the middle portion of the January 23rd, 24th, and then even by the end of January, warming up a little bit, but still slightly below normal. But normals are starting to warm up a little bit by then. Normal high 62, normal low 40 by the end of January. Then as we go into February, looks like even warmer temperatures will start moving in. I think we're going to start seeing some of those daffodils beginning to bloom into the air, and the magnolia trees Japanese magnolia trees beginning to bloom in February with these warmer temperatures expected to move on in. All right, well, thanks to all my patrons that have been supporting my page. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate all those super thanks. That helps me a lot to keep this page up and running. I'll keep you posted again, perhaps tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll have another video for you on the extent of this winter storm and see how it is going across the southeast United States. With that being said, stay warm, and remember, protect your pipes, your pets, and your plants. Bye.